Hello everyone and welcome back. This is Midnight Mailman bringing y'all another video. This is round 2 of my freestyle tournament. So I'm facing Slackenoff. He has a team of Tropius, Metacham, Magneton, Quagsire, Alolan Marowak, and Azumaril. Looking at their team, a lot of things directly lose to Venusaur. Venusaur beats Tropius, it beats Quagsire, it beats Azumaril, it does pretty good against Magneton, does pretty good against Metacham, it only really loses to Alolan Marowak. So I was really confident with bringing Venusaur to this match in particular. And in the back, what I intended to bring was Altaria and Defense Form Deoxys, because Altaria does a lot of good neutral damage. It does really good against Tropius. It does really good against well, not really good. It does good against Quagsire. It defeats Alolan Marowak, which is the main reason I was bringing it, to have a good counter to Alolan Marowak. And then I also wanted to bring Defense Form Deoxys to put more pressure on Metacham, because even though Venusaur and Altaria have a decent matchup against Metacham, I was still worried about it. So I wanted to bring Defense Form Deoxys, but I ended up misselecting and accidentally clicked Melmetal and then didn't realize it and still went through with it. I think I just got off work and was totally out of it. So I probably should not have said I'll do this tournament or something, but I ended up doing it anyways. Anyways, without further ado, let's go into the match. So right off the bat, I get a really good lead matchup. They throw out Azumaril straight into my Venusaur, so I was feeling really confident. I was like, this is what I wanted to see. I have a great lead, and then they switch into Metacham, and then I decided to switch. I didn't see Defense Form Deoxys. I was really thrown off, and so I switched to Altaria, and well, that just turns out worse. And then I found out that it's Psycho Cut Metacham, which is, I think, even worse for me because it generates the energy faster, so it can get to the Ice Punch faster. So really just all around not great. So I was not very happy about this. And I was like, well, I have practically lost, but oh well. So I ended up just switching into Melmetal. I definitely should have saved Melmetal and switched into Venusaur. This is a really bad decision by me, but I guess it's fine. Because they ended up just soaking. I guess it's fine that I brought Melmetal instead of Venusaur, but I think I was in a losing matchup either way. So I at least brought in Venusaur. I'm able to polish off this Metacham. They bring in Tropius, and I'm able to take out Tropius with my Venusaur's Sludge Bomb, or not take it out, do a lot of damage, but I can't KO it unless if I get to another Sludge Bomb, but they can make it to an Aerial Ace first, so I practically just lose, which kind of just sucks, but that's fine. Anyways, on to the match. And in match 2, I decided to just lead Defense Form Deoxys because I figured they were not going to lead something that was weak to Venusaur, just because Venusaur is still a good lead against almost everything. And turns out I was right. Now, Defense Form Deoxys also has a really good matchup against most of the team. It takes out Tropius, I think. It takes out Metachan, it takes out Magneton, takes out Quagsire. So it still does really good against most of their teams. It's not a bad idea to lead with it. If I don't think they're going to lead with Azumaril, it's more on the good side anyways. So when I saw them switch to Tropius, I was like, well, I'm going to go into a harder counter to Tropius. Because even though Defense Form Deoxys does have a good matchup against Tropius, it's better to, if they switch, then you might as well switch to that Pokemon's hard counter. Which in my case, Altaria just smokes it. And I made a bunch of misplays in there. I should not have shielded with Altaria. I wasn't threatened by anything that Tropius could do. And I should have definitely built up a bit more energy before hitting that Sky Attack. So that I could do at least one Sky Attack to the Azumaril and make it a bit, either burn a shield or make things way nicer. And same thing here, they switched to Metachamp, so I switched to the hard counter, Defense Form Deoxys. So I just wanted to make sure that I took full advantage of my positive lead, which worked out really well because I brought the right Pokemon. And I brought hard counters to just about anything, while still having a lot of soft counters as well. So it definitely worked out to my advantage, which is really nice. So basically this is just finishing up, just cleaning up whatever's remaining. And I think I decided not to shield at all with Defense Form Deoxys because I wanted to save a shield for Venusaur just in case if Azumaril is able to get off a Ice Beam, which you'll see they did have an Ice Beam charge. So I wanted to be able to shield that so that I could use Venusaur Frenzy Plant and win the game. So that was really smart by me to do that. I definitely had some misplays, definitely had some areas I could go better, but overall pretty well played. On to match 3. And in match 3, I decided to lead with Altaria because I felt like, I don't know why I decided to lead with Altaria. I thought that based on my first 2 leads, they weren't gonna lead Magneton because that would not be good. If they brought in Azumaril, I felt like I would probably just sack Altaria and rely on Venusaur and Defense Form Deoxys to carry me. But it ended up working out. They ended up leading Alolan Marowak to try and double counter either a Venusaur or a Defense Form Deoxys lead. It ended up not working out for them at all, which is fine because Altaria has done really well here. I guess I decided to shield this so I can get one more Sky Attack and burn the last shield. I'm not sure if I agree with that choice of me. I think sacking Altaria is definitely the better play in that situation, but it's fine either way. Because I have one more shield that I can use with Venusaur, and that works out. And they don't have any shields. Now, this was a really good switch. I don't think I agree with Tropius being the last Pokemon, but I guess that's fine. I think Azumaril would have been a better pick, just based on my general team comp. Maybe should have shielded that one. Either way, it's mostly fine. I'm just gonna hit the Frenzy Plant. They ended up somehow beating me to that Frenzy Plant, which is fine, I guess. But I was able to shield it and get off the Frenzy Plant. Overall, good games. I definitely played much better in the second two and won them both, so that's nice. But anyways, look forward to seeing y'all in the next one.